Hello creative designers and welcome on today's tutorial. My name is Peter, and on today's tutorial we're just going to see how you can be able to add invoice, shipping label and other documents like packing slip, delivery note and dispatch note to our e-commerce website. We're just going to do this using a free plugin and the result will be like this. This is just a sample of the invoice that we're going to be creating today. It will have a heading from your company and your website name. Here we have the billing address, the shipping address, and also the invoice date, invoice number, and order number that can be the reference to. And we also even have the order date number. And the best thing about this, it will have this highlight. It also have this image, the SKU number, the product, how many quantity, the price, and the total price. And we have even the summary for even to add the shipping fee, cut discount, and order discount, and even the fee if you have one. And it will have this total here. The other thing you'll be going to have is this footer text that you can add, maybe your terms and condition, maybe your return policy and all that. And the best thing about the plugin that we're going to use in this tutorial, it is fully customizable. You can decide to it is fully customizable. You can be able to customize whatever be in the invoice or any other form that we're going to create on using this tutorial. It will have this stamp. I'll show you how you can add it and how you can customize it. The other thing we're just going to learn how to create is the shipping label. The shipping label, this can be on the top of the envelope, the one that you're going to deliver with, to have this from the address and to which warehouse, and to even have this order number, the weight, and the shipping date. It also have this tracking number and this scan code that can be scanned for maybe reference or maybe whatever you may be using it for. And you can also add some terms and condition for the delivery. And I'll also show you how you can be able to add this packing slip, delivery note, and dispatch note, and all that is going to happen using a free plugin. So without further ado, let's just get into action and I show you how. First thing we need to do, we need to go to the dashboard, and on the dashboard menu, scroll to where you have the plugin, and on offer we see you have these three options. Select the second option, add new, because we need to add a new plugin. If you have already installed it, you can use the timestamp on the description to skip it. So come here and search WooCommerce invoice. So many options that are going to be available, but the one you're going to use is from WebToffee. You can see WooCommerce PDF, invoice, packing slip, delivery note, and shipping label. It will just generate the PDF for you, and you can be able to send to the customers. So the first thing you need to do, you install, and as you install, you can be able to view all the other features. You can see out of the 107 people who has taken time to read this plugin, gave it a 5-star. It has a 20,000 active installation, last updated 6 days ago, and you can see it is fully compatible with my version for WordPress. So after successful installation, we activate the plugin. Here we have it. You can see it has fully activated. We are not going to use the plugin premium. We are not going to use the premium version. We are only going to use it as a free version. So after now you have installed it, you can decide now to do the configuration setting from the plugin dashboard. But if you want to find it, you can find it in the dashboard menu. Here we have now the button for the invoice, and you can see on offer it has these three options. The first one is the general setting that we're going to check it for now. And on the general setting, you just now want to activate those, all the other things setting, all the PDF form you just want to create. If you want an invoice, you just turn this on, or you can turn off if you don't want the invoice to be sent. You have the packing slip, you have the shipping label, you have the delivery note, and the dispatch label. If you don't want either of these, you just toggle this button off and click save. But I'm just going to use all of them, so I click save here. From there, we go to the general. So we need to just fill some few information about our company. This that will be included here. So you can see it will just look the same. So the first one I just need to just fill in here is my name of the company, and my logo. I need to include a logo here. I have a link already, or else I can just click here and come to the file and select one logo here. But I'm not just going to do much on it, but you just need to select either of this picture here, or else you can upload and select file, and after that you have your logo here. So I have my logo here. The other thing is company tax ID. I don't have one, but I can just fill all that. Like my name, you have tax ID, just in fill here. We have those terms and conditions here, these ones here. You can include them here. So I can say my return policy. Once we say you need to have a few highlighted points here, so just let me lighten them and I come back. I may not add many, but I have just 2 for the purpose of the tutorial. So from there, now we need to fill all the other information about the address. If you do have the address, just fill in them here. So I am from Kenya. I'm from Kenya, Nairobi. So I just need to just select one of my county, which is Nairobi County, the postal address, my phone number, and all that. So from there is the display, is the state name. I can just turn this on, and yeah, preview before printing. Yeah, it's good to enable this one before printing the PDF. You can just be able to preview, enable RTS support. If you have RTS, if you're using RTS, you can just turn this on. Show tags, you can see include tags, or you can exclude tags. So from there I just update the setting. So we just start now. There's no other thing that we're going to set here, so we just only need to go to the first one, which is invoice. How about now we enable the invoice? Yeah, we just turn this on. Use order date as the invoice order. Order date as invoice order. You can just turn this off, or you just can turn this on. That means that if you use order date as invoice date, it means that for the day it was the day the order was placed and was confirmed, that will be the invoice date. So I may turn this off for the purpose of it will depend on how you just want to. There's no effect on it much, but it will depend on how you see it good. But I'll just give it yes. Generate invoice for order status, which is the order status that can just develop. You just generate invoice. So I only use complete orders. I don't click. You have so many options here. I have a tutorial on my channel which is explaining how you can add more unlimited order status or for free without using a plugin. I include the link on the description. Kindly check it out. Attach invoice in order mail. Yes, I want it to be attached. Enable printing invoice option for customer. Your customer can print invoice. Show print button only for status, which is completed. Order meta field, where you have the order contact number, and we have email number. Here, let me see the invoice here. We have we have the email and that. So after that, now we go to custom logo. For invoice, you can have a custom logo if you do have one. So let me select one here. I have just uploaded one. This will be used as a logo here for the invoice. You'll be able to see how it will look like, and then we select advanced option here. We generate invoice for free orders. Select yes. Display free line item invoice, yes. Now PDF name format, I want it to be prefix or number. You can also use prefix or invoice number. I'll use invoice number. And custom PDF name prefix, I will say what will be like before this one. We have like for this invoice number, so I want to change that, and I can add something to like info on, like that. So from there I just update setting. So from there, now we go to customize. You can be able to see the first one. This is how it will look like, but we're just going to change it. I think this really look fine more than this one, the one we are having currently. So if you just want to change it, come and select this button here and select change layout, and use the standard layout, and you can see it just look fine and awesome. So let's see now how we can be able to customize here. So the first thing is you can be able to change this button here. It's called invoice, or else if you want it to be there. If you don't want it, just click here, but I want it to be a label for invoice. I can be able to change this text here. I can be able to even add some pixel, and I can even be able to set wherever I want it to, but if I want it to be on the center, text alignment, I want it to be on the center, and I also want its font size to be something like 40. You can see now it's good. You can be able even to set the text depending on the theme of your color or how you just want to produce it. You can select one of them, and from there you can include the company logo, invoice number. If you don't want anything of that, but you can cancel that. Order number, if you want to just customize from there, you can. If you want to customize either of these, just click like for the invoice number, I want to be something like red color, like that, and I want it to be dark, like that, a dark red. If you want maybe order date, you can also change the color here to something like red here. And order number here, let me just change it here, order invoice number. So let me close here, order number, I just select also red, like that, invoice date and all that. You can just be able to customize. It is fully customizable. You can customize from text here, and you can be able to select so many things that you can be able to customize. Some of these other you can be able to customize them when you're using on the premium version. If you want to have this footer here, you can just turn off if you don't need it, but if you need it, turn it on. But I think it's good when you can have those terms and conditions for your company. After that, once you're done with changing everything here, you can just click here save, and you can just give a name and click save. So let me say test one, and I save the setting. From there, now you go to the invoice number, the format that you just want to. I can use the invoice number here. I just want to use prefix and number. So I want to have a prefix and number. Use order number as invoice number, yes, or else I can say no. And I want the invoice number to be different to the order number. So I want my invoice number to start from 0, 1, or 1 is good. 1 is good, and I want my prefix number to be like invoice, and I also want to be the invoice length number. I want it to be 6. So the prefix I just want to use is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and I can reset it from here. So I have it. It has a reset button here. So from there, just save the setting. That will be our prefix number. It will be invoice 00001. From there, if someone press another one and please enter an invoice, it will be 02. It will be like that. It will just progress like that. So from there, now we go to the shipping label here. On the shipping label, I want it to be custom, a full page. If you want custom, you need a pro version. So do you want to add a footer? You can add yes or no, but I don't want to have a footer for the shipping label. This is a shipping label, the one that will be included in the on the front page of the envelope or the packaging or the large label. So I don't want to have a footer, but you can add another footer. You can decide to add the footer and update the setting depending on how you just want to. You can be able to customize like the one we did. So I don't really have any layout here. It doesn't have any other layout, so it's only that you can be able to customize the text here. You can add something here if you want to add this weight here. Like, let me make this bold here and bigger. So I just go to order number. I want to have it 30 pixel like that. I want it to be bold, and I also want let it be 800 like that. And I go to weight and I also want 30 pixel, but you can see they are correcting here. So it's good to just let me use something like 20, and also use something like 20 here. They look good. And shipping date, also use something like 20 like that. You can see it is now visible and they look good. You can customize the way you want. You have the light, and for me, I'm just offering some guidance on how you can be able to have it. So do you want this barcode? This barcode is good. It can be scanned to those countries, or maybe on the warehouse for the purpose of the tracking details and all that. So after that, you're done with it. See, click here and enter the name to save it. So I say test1 and I save the setting. Just that now we have been able to set up the shipping label and the invoice. You can also create a new template here if you're good enough, but it's only this layout that is available. So from there, let's go back to general and see if we can be able to customize other one here. So you have been able to select to create the invoice. Let's see how we can be able to set up the packing slip here. It just come to this other document. So do you want to have the packing slip? Yes. Add customer note. You can, if customer has a note, you can include it. Add a footer. Yes, it's good to add your terms and conditions and policies and all that. Do you want to have a delivery note? How do you wish to have included an image, the delivery note and all that? And for the dispatch, do you want to add the customer note? No. And add a footer? No. And I update the setting. We just start now. We have been able to set up everything from scratch now to the end. So the next thing is that we need to only see how it works. So let's go to the orders and see if I have an order here. So I don't have any order here, but I can just try to create one. Let me add a product here. So I don't remember any product. Assorted coffee. I want something like 4 of them, and I want to also, I'm trying to think of the product that are available. Let me just open it here. Hand sanitizer, and I can also add few of them here. Red chili here, and I have this is 10. These I want this to be 2, and these I want to be 1, and with that I add all of them, and you just start now. You have all these. You can be able to print and even see how they look like. So from there, once you just do that, you can decide to send the invoice yourself, set order notification, and generate download permission, order status, order action. You can email the invoice, or else you can even see how the invoice look like. Let's see how. So this is how the invoice look like. See how it look like. That's the invoice. After now, we have our first invoice. So there's something I just noted. You can see how our invoice look like. The invoice number. You just need to go back here and customize it here. Same like here, and now we go to the invoice here, and we go to the invoice number, and we just remove this one 001 and say info, and after that we did set here, and we save the invoice number. from there. So just that now we're going to have a one looking very good looking. Sorry for that. So from there now we go back to the order here, the orders. It will have this one will have this number, but it should only contain this one here. Let's try to create a new order. So for this new order here, I'm just going to have, for this new order here, I'm just going to add one product. So from there I add it here and I just create that order. It's now ready, and we can see, let's go back to the orders and see how the number will look like. It doesn't have the order, the invoice number, so you just come here, we try to generate the order, we print order and we generate it manually. So you can see the invoice number is now good, and go back here. Let me just cruise here and go back to orders and see how the invoice number is the one that we wanted. So from there now let's go and see the packing strip or the printing. You can download it if you want to send it. So let's see how the packing strip will look like. This is the printing strip, and it will have the products that are available. The logo, you have a logo here, and you have so many other here, shipping address and all that. It doesn't have shipping address because it never filled. The return policy here. So let me cruise here and you can be able to see even the return policy is available, and the one is just the footer text here. You can see how it look like, and you can see how it look like. That's the packing strip. Let's proceed and see the delivery note. This is the delivery note that you just offer to your rider to look more like the same like the packing strip. This is how it look like. Do you have the total weight, that quantity, and the product, the image of the product. And from there, let's go now to the shipping label. This is how it look like. You can see to have this information and to have this tracking number and the total weight, the order number and the total weight, and all that. You can see that how it will look like. Let's see this one with the good invoice number. Let's go to these orders here, and we go to this one and we open it, and I go to this one here, tracking number. You can see the tracking number is for invoice number. It is good, and that's how you can be able to add it. And it's just that few steps that how you can be able to add the invoice, packing strip, shipping and delivery note to your e-commerce website. The best thing is that you just learn how you can be able to even add it in the PDF. It has even the download option. You can download it and you can use it. And I think that the end of this tutorial. Until next time, thank you.